Yes.
They warn people, so it makes get Wolverine back. Imagine that.
Oh fuck, I'm gonna snot myself.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Mattie and Liamo. Today we're going to be talking about the top movies we're really excited for in 2014. And 2014 is, I think, most people are looking at it as a holdover year for 2015 when you've got the really big sequels coming out. 2014's got some serious movies coming out, so here we go. I'm going to slap you across the face with these movies and you're going to be excited too. Here we go.
So here's the thing, right? I've got a list here in front of me. I can read them out and let you get excited about them, or I can just put them into the chat here and then you can see them all at once. What would you like to do?
Throw them in the chat if you don't mind.
We'll throw them into the chat, and then anything you like the look of, talk about it.
Oh, I will.
There we go.
Holy mother! It just popped up there.
Yep, I just threw it in.
And my top 3 is in that list.
Wow.
Yeah.
That means my top 3 aren't your top 3 for a change. That's nice.
Oh,
Because my top 3 isn't there.
Oh!
I saved it.
Saved
it.
Okay, well,
let me just say there's a couple of films in there that I'm not excited about because of any hype or teaser trailers or anything like that. I'm just excited about them because I want to see how well they do. Good example there, Robocop. And then on the other end of the spectrum, there's films in that list that I am genuinely excited for because of the trailers and the teasers and everything I know about them. Good example.
No, don't say anything because you could mention one of the ones I'm going to talk about.
I'll tell you what then. Do you want to avoid your top 3?
Yeah.
And pick out anything else on that list that you're excited about but isn't in your top 3?
Okay, 22 Jump Street.
Yeah.
I really love the first one, so I'm very excited to see if they can match the first one with the second. There's one on here that I would say I'm not really looking forward to, which is Dumb and Dumber 2.
Yeah, this is another one, right? That's I'm psyched for, mainly like Robocop. I want to see how well they do it. Here's a good example, right? You just mentioned 22 Jump Street. Same again, I have the same feelings about that I have about Anchorman 2. Now, the trailers for Anchorman 2 are really good, but I have this kind of, I'm always a little bit worried about something that I love, and I do love Anchorman. I'm always worried that when they make a sequel, are they going to completely fuck it up?
Okay, my number 3 movie that I'm looking forward to seeing is Godzilla.
Yes.
The trailer looks absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
It looks amazing. I'm sorry, the dog's going crazy.
Is it a Chinese dog?
No, it's Irish.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, just, because you mentioned the word Godzilla, maybe it has some sort of resonance.
Oh, it's Godzilla!
Yeah, I'm excited about it. It looks gritty.
Yes, it really does.
Which is,
very
and also, Bryan Cranston, a legend.
Yeah, no, he's the man is the hero. I love the trailer. I love the fact that they're doing Godzilla in a good way. Like they're actually doing him the way he was meant to be done. The 2004 was it? No, it was the 1990s. Wasn't 98?
Yeah, I think it was 98.
They released. Yeah,
yep.
That wasn't very good. It was kind of shit. So
there's moments in it. It has moments, and actually, if you watch it now, it has a great 90s nostalgic feel to it, which is hard to when you're living in the 90s. It's hard for you to picture the 90s as being this.
Hang on 1 second. Sorry about that.
Okey-dokey.
She's dead now. So, Liam, your number 3, please.
Okay, here's what I did for my top 3, right? I went for films that, up until about a week ago or 2 weeks ago, I knew nothing about. And I'm psyched for them for, look, I'll just launch myself into it. Frankenstein, number 3. Have you seen the trailers for it?
I haven't. That's Aaron Eckhart?
That's the guy, right?
Yeah.
Now, this is a film that, they don't make a lot of films like this. Did you see Van Helsing?
Yes.
We all had the likes of Indiana Jones or maybe. Just a great adventure film. But in the last decade or so, there's been nothing really like that. Nothing on that sort of scale. Van Helsing was on that scale. A proper fucking travelling across the globe, having adventures type film. And it's a shame they didn't get any sequels out of it. But here you go, Frankenstein has that similar kind of feel. Classic movie monsters. an awful lot of CGI, which people hate, but it kind of goes hand in hand with an adventure film these days. So yeah, Boy Frankenstein. Looking forward to it.
Class.
Check it out.
All right. My number 2, Captain America: The Winter Soldier. I love the first Captain America, and it's a continuation of the Avengers chronology, and I'm interested to see if they give any hints towards the Avengers too. So, and the trailer looks very, very good.
It looks brilliant. Yeah, it really does.
And
Captain America is one of those films that I kind of I watched, I enjoyed, and then I forgot about. You know that way.
Yeah.
And then for whatever reason, I think I actually bought the DVD because it was dirt cheap somewhere. I think it was like €7 or something like that. And I watched it, and I was like, "Holy fuck! This is actually an amazing film."
Yeah.
Like it's probably in my top 3 of all the Marvel films from the last, say, 5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
It's actually a really, really good film. Really good story, great characters, great actors in it.
Yeah. And the Winter Soldier is a very, very good comic book arc. It's very interesting. So I'm looking forward to see how they do that. See if they keep certain parts, see if they get rid of certain parts, just see how it goes in general. So Captain America: The Winter Soldier, I think is going to be very, very good. I'm very excited to see it. It's my number 2 movie. Okay, so Liam, your number 2?
The Edge of Tomorrow.
Tom
You
Cruise?
heard of that? Thomas Cruise.
Yes, I've seen the trailer. Is it a trailer for it? I think
There is a trailer, yeah. I just stumbled across it a few days ago, just completely by accident. I was looking at something else, and I was like, "Oh, what's this?" Checked it out, and I was like, "Holy shit, that's right up my alley." Really like to look at that. We've said before that we both have time for Tom Cruise.
Yes.
There's a lot of people who just jump on this Tom Cruise is an asshole bandwagon. That's not us. We know he's an asshole, but we choose not to jump on that bandwagon. He's a decent actor who pulls it out of the bag every time. He just acts like Tom Cruise in every film, which is fine. You might say he's a limited actor, but so is Keanu Reeves, another actor I really, really enjoy. But the point is, yeah, great film. It has elements of Starship Troopers, that kind of war against aliens type thing, but in this slightly more gritty setting, I think, this time. And also has this sci-fi twist of, I don't know whether it's time travel or reliving the same day over and over again, like Groundhog Day, or
It's kind of Groundhog Day.
yeah. Or did you ever see Source Code?
Yes, love that movie.
Yeah, there's a feel of that. There's a feel of that there, where you have a soldier who has a chance to keep going back to try and get some sort of solve whatever problem he's trying to solve.
Tom Cruise he's just a charming motherfucker, and you can't help but like the guy. And
Suave.
I've seen that movie too.
Yeah.
Oh, a little burp there. Hope that doesn't make it into the final edit. Yeah, my number 1. And I'm looking at this list and I'm thinking, am I making the right choice? But then I remembered the cast, and I remembered the director, and I remembered the story. So I think I'm definitely making the best choice. X-Men: Days of Future Past.
Lovely. Yeah.
As I already said about the Winter Soldier, huge comic fan, so I've read Days of Future Past, and I'm very, very, very excited for this movie because we're finally going to get to see the Sentinels on the screen, and that's something I'm very excited about.
Yeah, I have to say I've been psyched for this movie now for a few years. I mean, we all kind of knew it was eventually going to be made. Maybe not necessarily exactly how it's being made now with the whole time travel aspect. We knew they were eventually going to tackle this whole thing with the Sentinels.
Yes.
Or at least we hoped they would. So yeah, I've been looking forward to this for a while. And then when they started revealing details about what the film is going to be sort of about, vague plot points, the whole thing about the 2 generations of X-Men coming together, loving that.
Yeah.
Loving that, because I love both generations. As much as I thought I wasn't going to like First Class, because it was like, you don't have the old crew, you know. I actually did like it, and I liked the
First Class
portrayals.
is excellent.
Particularly, I have to say, Michael Fassbender's Magneto. Fucking loved him in that film.
Yes.
That was his film, and they had this music. I've got the soundtrack there somewhere, but his little music that plays in any of his scenes when he's intimidating Nazis. It's just brilliant. I don't know why it always reminds me of the old classics like Halloween and my classic horror movie bad guys. Because he's got that bad guy sort of like a Tarantino villain. He comes into a room and he just commands everybody's attention, and he kicks ass and he pulls teeth. But you're rooting for him.
Yes.
You're rooting for him because he's fighting the good fight.
He's a serious badass. There's been a lot of complaints that Hugh Jackman, Wolverine, the character, is like the golden boy of those movies. Alright, he's the one that everyone cares about. That's why he has 2 solo movies by himself, and none of the other characters do.
Yeah.
And people are complaining that, you know, oh, they're sending Wolverine back instead of Kitty Pryde. That's ridiculous. She wasn't, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, but in the timeline that they've created in the movies, they have to send Wolverine back because Kitty Pryde would just be a bunch of sperm war people. So it makes sense to send Wolverine back. Do you know what I mean? Imagine that.
Oh, fuck, I'm going to snot myself.
Sorry. So just, like, Johnny and so
It would just be a bunch of sperm.
She would, though. She'd just be a bunch of sperm flying around trying to warn the rest of the X-Men. You're like, what? You don't understand that. It's just her dad's balls standing beside Professor X's face. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So, Days of Future Past is going to be awesome. I'm glad to see that they're bringing the two timelines together. They said they're going to fix some of the stuff that happened in X-Men 3. People are saying maybe Cyclops will be making a comeback.
Who's that?
So we'll see what happens. Cyclops, the guy who shoots lasers from his eyes.
Cyclops.
Yes.
I kept thinking you were saying Sly Fox.
Sly Fox, no.
I thought you were talking about a character from Dora the Explorer or something. Oh no, Sly Fox! He's here to ruin our picnic.
So, that's
Yes.
my number one. Liam, grace us with your number one.
My
Enlighten us.
number one. Yes. Jupiter Ascending. Have you seen that trailer?
I haven't.
Do you know anything about it?
Don't. Tell me.
Again, like my other two films, this is a film that I literally stumbled across the trailer by complete accident. Jupiter, you know, stuck out in the title. Oh, Jupiter. That's got to be a sci-fi. Has to be, or else possibly about some watery god. Happily, it's a sci-fi from the creators of the Matrix trilogy, the Wachowski siblings. I think they avoid that. I think it just says the creators of the Matrix. That they don't say anything about the Wachowski whatevers. So that's the first thing that got me excited, right? Straight away I can tell it's a sci-fi because it has all this lens flare, and then it says that creators of the yes, I'm on board, right? And then the next thing you see, Mila Kunis. Did you just cough over Mila Kunis?
No, sorry.
Don't cough when I'm saying Mila Kunis. I'm infatuated with this girl.
I love it.
I love her to bits, and like it's safe to say that Donna knows if I ever had the chance, she'd be out that door, and Mila Kunis would be in. And there's no hard feelings. She knows that's, you know, there's no competition there. Anyway, she's basically like a, you know, it's set in the present by the looks of it, in probably New York, I would imagine, somewhere like that. And she's just this regular girl, regular smoking hot girl, and it turns out she's actually some sort of an alien queen. She didn't know. So this guy comes along, and he's got to like protect her, I think, or take her back or something. And he is Channing Tatum, I think. But he's got all the makeup on, so he looks like an elf or something. But yeah, it just looks fucking class. It looks like one of those films that perfectly blends sort of real world grittiness and like completely overblown fantasy elements. You know?
Yes.
It would be like the real world side of the Matrix, where they're actually in the Matrix, but it's the real world. Like that, mixed with Pan's Labyrinth.
Oh, okay.
No, that wasn't a good example, but it sounded great.
Yeah, it sounds like you knew your shit. It really did.
But anyway, check that trailer out.
I will.
Let me know what you think. I think it looks fucking amazing. That's it. Top three films that we're psyched about in 2014.
Yeah.
You know what we should do? When each one of those 6 films comes out, we should do a video mentioning the fact that we were psyched about it and how we feel about it now. And we'll see how many of those 6 lived up to the hype.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely.
I've probably got half as much rating as I had originally. That just looks weird, doesn't it? It looks like I'm faking it. There's nothing on this page. No, there is. There's stuff there.
It's blank. It's blank.
It's not. There's names and stuff here. Metallica, obviously. There's Metallica influences in there. A little bit of Led Zeppelin as well. Just, you know, little drops of it here and there.
Could you give us an example, or?
Nah.
No. Okay. That's it.
MacLeod as well, I have.
McFly. Sorry, that's the way we should end this video.